This video will be all about how to make Robux. In this video, I'm going to be going through 5 good methods to learn how to make Robux. These methods will vary from 0 knowledge needed to maybe a bit more, or something that you could definitely learn. Let me know down below in the comments if you want me to do another video on 5 more ways, or maybe more, or maybe you want to see me use one of these methods to try and make a certain amount of Robux in a certain time frame. But anyway, we're going to get right to it here. The first one is very broad, and it is developing. There are many roles to making a game. I'll list some now. You need a scripter, you need a builder, you need UI, and you also need audio. Another one that is popping up lately is VFX. VFX is definitely one that's getting more and more into demand. That is something that's starting to be pretty much a necessity for any Roblox game. But all these roles require the knowledge of different software and completely different processes. Out of all these roles, a lot of them have different supplies and different demands. So basically how much people want them roles and how many people there are to fill those roles. An example is scripters. There are so few scripters on Roblox that it's absolutely insane. Like, that's one of the main reasons it's so hard to make your own games. The scripting is something that not many people are willing to learn, and it's hard to find a scripter. And with it being such an important role, it's basically probably the best paid role in the whole of Roblox. And if you could learn how to script, you would be in for a very good time when it comes to developing. You can make your own games easily, and you can also work for other people very easily. 2 other roles that are very much not many people do them, but also there's not quite as much demand as scripting, is UI and audio. UI and audio are 2 things that Roblox games more or less need. UI is something that you need, and audio is definitely something that makes games good. Like, the top games are much better because they have better audio. That's one of the main things that separates the best and the not so good games. And with there not being many people, the ones that do it charge a lot of money. One role that is actually easy to learn is building/modeling. Is easy to learn, and so many people need it. Every single game has loads of modelers. You can take some games will have 1 scripter and like 5 builders or modelers, basically the same thing. And because of this, it's not impossible to get jobs. However, with it being so easy to learn, so many people do it. This channel is mainly devoted to teaching people how to model and build. So yeah, subscribe if you want to learn that. That's basically what I do best. And I like to think that if you were to watch all my videos and keep learning from them, you could learn to become good enough to kind of like separate you from the other people and to get some big commissions and to start making good money. Because a lot of the entry level people charge nothing. Sometimes you can only get paid like a few hundred Robux per entire map, which if you're starting out making these Robux, it's not bad. Making a few hundred Robux is good. However, when you get even a little bit more advanced, you can start selling singular models for thousands of Robux. So yeah, if you want to basically learn one of these crafts, just go on YouTube. YouTube's the best way to learn. So, you know, if you want to learn UI, you want to basically be learning the 2D, kind of like Photoshop or something similar, like a free alternative. Audio, I do not know. Audio is something I know nothing about, so I can't really comment on that. Scripting, Alvin Blocks, I'm pretty sure is probably the best. And then also for building, I like to think that, you know, I've not got many tutorials up right now. I'm going to do more. RoBuilder's also got a lot of tutorials. They're not necessarily the best. However, he does have some content there for you. Once you think you're prepared to start taking commissions, a really good place to get commissions are RoDevs and Hidden Devs. I'll link both the servers in the description, and I'll probably end up doing an in-depth video on how to use these servers. They are really good resources for getting your first commissions. A lot of people on there don't pay much money, but they're quite easy to get, and if you're just starting out, you can easily make a few thousand Robux within a couple of weeks. That about wraps it up for developing. To sum it up, developing basically just involves you learning some form of craft that's needed in game development, and basically just trying to become as much of a master as you can, and you can very easily make a lot of money with that. Even as a beginner, you can take commissions and start making a few hundred Robux a day, again using the servers that I mentioned, like RoDevs and Hidden Devs. So basically with development, you can make anywhere from a couple hundred to millions of Robux per month or whatever. So yeah, that's a pretty good way to make money. However, it does take a while. Next one is another one to do with developing, which is basically just making games. This can involve you either making your own games, like, you know, say you make an aspect and you hire someone else to do the bits you can't do. That's one way of doing it. Or you could just be a project manager. By being a project manager, you basically don't do anything apart from organize the other people. So you will basically go, I need a builder. I need a scripter, I need someone to do UI, and I need someone to do audio, maybe VFX as well. And basically what you want to do with that is you want to make your own games without having to actually do any of the development side of things yourself. You just manage a project, bring in investors to help pay for all the people and stuff like that. One of the downsides to this is it's very hard to get people on, especially as an entry level kind of game owner. You'll need a lot of funding, which is very, very hard to get, especially if you don't have experience. But a way to get around this is to do some of it yourself. So if you were, for example, a builder, you could do all the building yourself, and maybe you could even do something like UI yourself. UI isn't too hard to do if you learn how to do it, and maybe then you can save some money, and then you just have to find a scripter. Or the other way around, you could become a scripter, and you can then maybe try and find a builder. Another thing is you could do commissions. So say, for example, you're a builder, you could do commissions as a builder to get money to pay for a scripter. And that's just some ways you can do it. So yeah, that's about being a game owner. A game owner is one thing that is so hard. It's hard to get players on your games. However, if you do, you get so much money. Like, Roblox pays really, really well. Next up is actually something that you can do either with a lot of skill or no skill. This is create a clothing group. This is surprisingly easy to actually do as an entry-level clothing, kind of like as like someone who's never done it before. I'm going to be telling you here the 2 ways that you could do this. The first way is you can learn how to make your own clothing. You can go learn how to use a 2D software and how to basically make your own clothing on Roblox, which will take you a while, but you'll get some really cool, unique clothing pieces, and I'm sure a lot of people will want to hire you. The next way requires no knowledge at all. I did a video earlier today, on how to do this, so if you can check that out, I'll put a tag in the top corner of the screen, and I'll also link the video in the description. This is basically a website called Custom Use, and it is a bunch of templates for Roblox clothing that basically just does it all for you. And all you need to do is customize it. So you can add stuff like accessories, you can add logos, and then you can go and change the colors. And you can basically make your own clothing from other templates. This is completely free. All you need to do is sign up with an account. I have an exact tutorial on how to do everything in the description of the video. And yeah, I'd definitely check that out if I was you. The main flaw to making a clothing group is the fact that it costs 10 Robux to upload an item. So to get 10 Robux can be hard as a beginner. So I definitely suggest, if you don't have any Robux, maybe trying another method at least to start with. I have 2 more methods left in this video, and one of them is a very easy way to make some quick, small amounts of Robux, like 10 Robux. So say, for example, you want to start a clothing group. The best way to start is to use the next method to create maybe like 50 Robux, and then you can start your clothing group. That's for a clothing group. If your clothing items get in the like Roblox front page algorithm thing, I don't really know if anyone knows how it works, but if you do, you end up getting loads of sales, which is kind of crazy. So it basically fluctuates. Getting your first sales can be hard. However, I'm sure if you go and advertise in the right places, you could definitely get some sales. But for the next method, it's quite an obvious one, but it's please donate. Please Donate is honestly such a good place to get Robux. There's always people with Robux going around that game. I sometimes go around for fun and just offer to donate people's stuff. And I'm going to basically tell you, for me, what I look for in people that I donate to, and also what other people may want to be seeing, and what I've seen does best on Please Donate. So, obvious one, if you do something unique, you're more likely to get donations. I've seen stuff like people doing random, like if you donate a Robux, they will do a jump. Stuff like that maybe can get people to do it because they might want to see you do 100 jumps or something. And that's an example of a way that you might be able to get them to spend Robux at your stand by getting them to get something out of it. Watch you do painful jumps. Another thing I have to say is engage with people. If you engage with people, they're more likely to interact with you and actually give you Robux. If you're AFK with a stand saying like AFK, give Robux so I can buy avatar, people aren't going to donate to that. People don't want to donate to AFK people. People want to donate and like talk to you, see your reaction, stuff like that. So I'd say you have to engage with people. And the last point I want to make is do not beg. Whenever I donate like 1,000 Robux to a stand, I end up getting a swarm of people just following me, asking for Robux, which is just so annoying having so many people follow me. So that's one thing. Don't beg. You're not going to get Robux if you beg. And if you do, you won't get many. It won't get you far. And that's it for the Please Donate method. Please Donate. It's good for starting out. You can definitely make a good couple hundred Robux if you're doing Please Donate to begin with. However, it is hard to make a lot of Robux. Once you see people with stands that have made a few hundred Robux, people stop donating to you, and it can be hard. The final method for this video is actually an interesting one. It kind of comes back to the whole development side of things again, but this is UGC. UGC is basically the Roblox hat program, or not hat, it's just accessories. Basically, Roblox is a program where it allows people to create accessories on the platform, and you can sell these accessories for Robux, and they get a lot of sales. The only flaw to this really is the fact that it takes a lot of work to actually get in. It's not like anyone can upload. You have to get accepted into the UGC program, which is quite hard. If you do spend a couple months learning Blender and start making a portfolio of your best hats and accessories, then you can apply to Roblox. And honestly, lately I've seen a lot of people getting in. I don't know how selective it is anymore, but I know that a lot of people seem to be getting in. And I'm probably going to do a video on how to apply to UGC for you guys who want to know. But if you want to learn how to make UGC items for your portfolio, I have a load of videos on my channel. I'll link the first one in the description for the basics. But basically, I'm going to do a load of videos on UGC stuff on like how to get better at UGC and stuff, how to make better stuff, and you know what sort of stuff you want to have in your portfolio. Another way you can make Robux with UGC is YouTubers. YouTubers always need items for their kind of like profile. They always want to upload, because if you didn't know, star creators get a monthly UGC slot. Most YouTubers do not know how to model, so they need items, and they often pay quite well as well. Some don't, some scam, but some of them pay quite a lot, which is pretty good. But yeah, the best way to make a lot of Robux with UGC is to apply, get accepted yourself, and then go and upload. Anyway, that is it for 5 methods on how to make Robux. I can do some more if you want. If you guys are interested in me doing like maybe like easy methods, because a lot of these methods are hard. Well, not hard, but they require work. If you guys want me to do one that requires less work, it's kind of like just quick money-making methods, let me know in the comments. But I feel like this does definitely help teach you guys how to make some Robux. And yeah, hopefully I see you guys in the next video.